So I work with a lot of two-way players, infielders that also pitch. And kind of a growing trend I'm seeing is guys that spend a lot of time on the mound, throwing bullpens, pitching in games, working on that craft. When they come back to the infield, there are a lot of infielders that struggle with that throwing accuracy over to first base. And what I'm finding is there is one mechanical difference that when we clean it up, it really helps the infielder kind of go from pitching mode to infield mode and makes those throws a lot more accurate. Now, is it always going to be this one mechanical difference, this one mechanical change in this fix? No, absolutely not. There's a lot of differences in the pitching mechanics and the infield throwing mechanics, but this one mechanical difference keeps coming up over and over again, and this is something that maybe you can try with your two-way player, especially if they're having some issues in the infield throwing over to first. So let's talk about the difference between pitching and infield. So pitchers, for the most part, you have as much time as you need to deliver the throw to home plate. I understand runners on base, you need to quicken it up, but for the most part, the tempo that you create is your own. It's not dictated by any external factors, right? So we can have some longer actions to try to create more arm speed and better velocity. In the infield, it's not that way. Our timing is dictated on the runner going from home to first base. So we need to be a little bit quicker. We can't get away with some of the things in the infield that we can on the mound. All right, so what's this one mechanical difference that I'm talking about? Okay, for pitchers. Pitchers tend to have a higher front side than we want compared to an infielder. Pitchers are on the mound, they get a little bit of higher front side. It allows them to pull down to create, there's a little bit more room here. They can be a little bit more aggressive with this front side, allowing this arm to kind of climb up over the top and really get some good arm speed, trying to maximize that as much as possible. Infielders, we don't have time to be able to do this and pull down. Every little move we make is a fraction of a second, and it takes time. Now, what I find here is a lot of infielders that come from the mound, if they feel like they need to speed up a little bit, there's a fast runner, they just feel like they're maybe a little bit slow in all of their moves and mechanics and fielding process, what they do is they try to quicken up the pitching mechanics. So when they get the ball, they really come up and they try to quicken that up. What happens is a whole lot of inaccurate throws. They're throwing the ball over the first baseman's head. They're bouncing the ball, and they can't quite figure out why. When we have long actions like this, it becomes difficult to repeat. In the infield, we want to catch the ball, we want to get the ball in the air quickly, and we want to get the ball over to the first baseman as quickly as possible. So one way for us to do that is to make this move much smaller for the infield. So when we work from the pitchers back to the infield, I really work on my infielders, just keeping that glove either below my shoulder or think about having my shoulders level, okay? So when I catch the ball, I want to bring it here and come out quick. I want a nice direct straight line to first base. I'm not trying to create a whole lot of velocity. I'm not trying to create max arm speed. I'm trying to get the ball out quickly. I'm trying to get good backspin, good carry, and a nice accurate throw over to first base. The quicker this can be right here, exchange point to my power position to throw, the quicker I'll be able to get rid of the ball, and that's the name of the game in the infield. Yes, arm strength is important, but so is getting rid of the ball quickly and throwing accuracy.
At third, and a tapper left side of the infield, scooped up on a nice backhand, good throw, and in time, Doug Bernier with another really nice defensive play.
So, if you're working with that infielder, that's also a pitcher, that two-way player that a lot of youth players are, look at this move. So if they're catching a ground ball and they're going here to throw it, that can create some red flags. Get them to think about taking that target or taking their glove right to their target, keeping their shoulders level. And in some cases, it's okay to even have that glove a little bit lower so I'm working downhill and I can deliver that throw. So hopefully that is something that will help with your two-way player, and see if that one mechanical change, one mechanical difference will help in throwing accuracy.